All right, so if you watched my last video on making Christmas cards, you're probably stuck with a lot of 4mm gems left. These came from the dollar store. You can get them at Michael's or Walmart or Hobby Lobby, 4mm rhinestones. I got these little stickers at the dollar store that are domed. I had to come up with something else because I had too many of them left over. So I made these cute little green and red holly berry gift tags. I like these gift tags because they're wider than the ones you get in the store. They're always tiny and they have room for just a to and a from. You can't write a little note. So I made these a little bigger, and this way you have room to write on the back or on the front. And they're really easy to make. So follow along and we'll have some fun. Okay, now to make our green holly tape, it's really easy. You just need disposable palette paper. It's just the shiny kind. And the tape I like to use is Scotch gift wrap tape. This stuff is perfect for alcohol ink. So all you're going to do is take 4 pieces, stretch them across on your palette paper. You don't have to be really precise. Try and get the air bubbles out. These will fit on your tags easily, so don't worry about how long they are. As long as you've got a piece that's pretty close to 11 inches, you're fine. Because remember, our tags are only 4 1/4 inches. And I'm actually going to do... I love this stuff. I love making alcohol ink tape. So I'm going to actually make... You only need 4, but I'm going to make 6. And that way, if you get some that you don't like, you can just use the ones you do like. The ones on the edge tend to have a little less personality than the ones in the middle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. And this is just ordinary Scotch tape. You can find this anywhere. They have it at Walmart. They have it usually even at the dollar store. It's just look for the gift wrap tape in the purple package. All right, so now we did that. And we've got our 6 pieces of tape. We've got our puffer tool to blow our alcohol ink. You can get these all over online. And the 2 colors I use to make this Christmassy holly green, these are Ranger inks. I use Ranger alcohol inks, so I've got Mojito, which is a beautiful bright green, and then Meadow, which is kind of a an earthier green. And it's really easy. You just take the top off. If you're right-handed, whichever is your dominant hand, put your puffer tool. So I'm right-handed, so my puffer tool is in my right hand. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some dots. This is Mojito on here and blow them around wherever I need to have some nice Mojito green. And I'm just going to go all the way down on my pages. It's easy to drip with your non-dominant hand. It's not as easy to control the puffer tool. So that's why I use the puffer tool with my dominant hand and my right hand. And this corner's turning up. You can kind of push it and it'll go down. So this is all that beautiful Mojito green. And I'm just going to finish this. I'll be right back. Okay, and the next step that I've been doing, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't, was simply adding, this is the Meadow green, which is more the mossy green, and just putting it in between the Mojito spots and squirting it around. And you don't have to fill in every little section. A little white is fine. Don't feel like you have to fill it all in completely. I've had these bottles of paint or ink, I don't know how long. And they really last. They go a long way with the little puffer tool. So don't worry that you're using too much ink. Just have fun, play with it. Now the last thing I do is just make sure everybody's kind of dry with the puffer tool. You put my cap on. The last thing I do is I take a neutral color. You can take like just plain isopropyl alcohol and put a couple dots down and blow it around. I use salmon. Salmon looks like it's supposed to be peach, but it doesn't show up as a color. So I just put that down here and there wherever I need a little interest. If it's a little boring, if it's a little plain, and then blow on it. And you'll see it wears away the ink. It just adds a little dimension. You can do this. You certainly don't have to. It's just an extra little step that I like to do when I do alcohol ink, is add a neutral color or a really pale color. If you have another really pale green, that might be gorgeous too. So anyway, here is our tape. We're gonna let this dry and get our tags ready. See you in the next segment. Okay, so this is a sheet of Astro Bright Stardust paper. It looks like it's got confetti in it, and I love to use this for gift tags. And it's just 8.5 by 11. You can get it at Office Supply Store online. And I made some marks for our big tags, because we want nice big tags, 2.5 inches all the way across to 10. So we'll cut this off. And then for the shorter side over here, it's 8.5 wide, so we're making a mark at 4 1/4. So cut those all out and you'll have 8 tags, and I'll show you what we do next. Okay, so now we want to make this angle on the corner, and it's really easy. You just take one paper, one of your cards, your tags, and mark 1/2 inch on the top and 1/2 inch on the side. And then cut from those 2 points, from the points against the edge. Just cut at an angle. And now you get your template. Now it gets easy. Now all you have to do is just line it up with the rest of your cards and cut the corners. You don't have to measure each time. So I'm going to let you do that. Obviously, when you do one corner, you can flip it and do the other corner. But I like to do all of one side first and then flip them over and do both sides. So just have fun with that. Okay, so you've got all your corners cut. Next step is to cut your hole that your little string is going to go through. So this is just a 1/4 inch punch. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just a cheapy one. Take your time, line it up in the middle, and make your little hole. Go ahead and do all of those, and then you're going to take self-adhesive hole reinforcers that measure a 1/4 inch and put it on top of your tag so it looks a little more polished, a little more finished. And go ahead and do that with all 8 of your tags, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, now our ink should be dry. Our tags are all cut out, and we're ready to assemble. So it's really easy. You just take the corner of the tape, pull it off. And see, this is why I do the inside, because the outside ones tend to not get as much ink. So let me pull one of these and then cut it in half. And they're sticky. And then just gently put it on top of your card. Press it down, cut off the extras on the bottom and on your corner. And look at how cute that is. It's really getting Christmassy. And then the stickers I used were from my last video where I made Christmas trees. These came from the Dollar Tree. They were $1.25. I got 2 packs, so I've got tons of these. If you can't find these at your Dollar Tree, Walmart and Michaels and Hobby Lobby all carry 4mm red rhinestones. You can use those instead. I like these little guys. And then you're just going to stick 5 down onto each one. We like a nice odd number, which is pleasing to the eye. And look at how cute. Looks like holly. Oh, that one didn't work. And you just put 5 of these little guys on. Whoops. That popped off. There we go. And then I used red and white baker's twine. They have this at Michaels and Walmart. All the links for the items I used will be in the comments. So you just put a loop through the end, through the front, and then pull it tight. And you have got this cute little tag ready to go for Christmas. All right, so here are the 6 tags, well, 6 that I finished, and I hope you had fun with this video. I think these are great. They're nice and wide. There's plenty of room to write a note on them rather than those little labels you get in the store. They're handmade. They're easy to make. I hope you had a good time. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. And I hope to have another video soon on just using alcohol ink to make tape, and for your art journal. All right, so Merry Christmas.